welcome to my channel. Well, today I received a couple more knives from Toby and family. Actually, 2 knives and a blade blank. There's actually a couple more knives that I'm going to review later because I know I'm going to take a long time on these. But again, we have some excellent BPS knives from Ukraine. And I almost got a complete collection of these. I didn't even know this blade shape existed, but I love it. All right, let me pull it out. All right, it comes with, you know, the blade protected in a separate little piece of cardboard like this, shrink wrap like crazy like that, and then the leather sheath is shrink wrap with them. But check that out. I love that spear point blade. It's a spear point Scandi. Man, that is just awesome. Let's check it over here, what he says. BPS knives carbon steel. Yeah, so it comes in the same, you know, leather dangler, guaranteed genuine leather sheath. And it's not that real thin cardboardy leather either. All right, it's been like tanned and everything, but not, you could still put some oil or mink oil or mineral oil or whatever you like, your favorite leather treatment on it. Each time I get one of these BPS knives, I think, wow, this is the best one yet, you know, and then another one comes along. But yeah, I just love that blade shape. It's nice to have a variety of different blade shapes. And this one is called B1, I guess. BPS knives B1 full tang with leather sheath. I'll put the weights in down there for you. And if this thing looks uneven, it's because I threw the mat on top of all my other knives that I got lying down there. Lazy way of trying to get a clean background for you, somewhat clean. All right, so we got a 3 3/4 inch like cutting edge and like 4, almost 4.5, but like 4 3/8 up to the tang here. And the overall, I'll stab myself because the sucker I know it's going to be sharp. 9.5 inches. So it should fit your hand fairly well. I've got fairly small hands. You see that? We got plenty of room. Lanyard hole here. I believe these are not the star heads. These are those hex heads, and you can take the covers off. I mean, you know, if you want to change them out or clean the knife, because this is carbon steel, so if you dropped it in the water or after a while, you might want to check underneath there to make sure it's not rusting. All right, so of course, you know, it's got a stabby looking point to it, so here it comes, ready or not. Now, because of this thickness of this blade and everything like that, we didn't get a real good penetration on it. I mean, it penetrates, but it's not going to go real far like other ones would. It's weird. It's interesting, you know. I mean, a lot of people do cut tests and everything, but if you got a point on your knife, you might once in a while test it and see how good it is. If you look at it and you think, all right, that thing's going to be super stabby, and then come to find out, you know, a regular jackknife blade is actually more stabby than one of these. Now, you know, you're pushing a lot of metal through there, trying to get it through. So it's going to meet a lot of resistance. All right, this is something that BPS knives did that I didn't realize that they made. It comes with this leather sheath with a little post. This is an older style of attaching stuff. After a while, I guess they started just making these button eye ones, you know, where you put it in there, like on the military snaps, and there's a piece of metal. But this works. I mean, it works. It's very nice. Another, you know, again, leather sheath, but it's like a peasant's. I call it a friction folder, but it's like a peasant's knife, you know, coming out like this, and then you can roll it out with your fingers or thumb if you've got any dexterity. This one is stainless, 5CR 14 MOV. That's not too bad of a steel. I'll try to put down the equivalent. Every time I see these Chinese alphabet soup steels, you know, your bias is like, mine used to be, I look at it and I go, well, people complain about 8CR. So these other ones must be really bad, you know, thinking a higher number, the better it is. It's not always the case. Different steels have different capabilities. And, yeah, so I'll look it up. I used to remember it, but I don't. I haven't got it memorized. I do know that 10CR 15 COMOV is basically VGN, because VG10, because I looked that up recently, but that has nothing to do with this. Anyways, I do know that this steel isn't too bad. It's used in kitchen knives and stuff like that. It's not going to be super edge retentive, but it will be stainless, and that comes in handy. Nice little one. This feels like bog oak. I mean, it's as dense and grainy like bog oak is. All right, let's get our... again, I'll put the measurements out. This one is the friction folder. Let's got to memorize that whole code there, right? With a leather sheath. Yeah, so there you go. That's those two. And you can put it in, you know, like either way with it. The thing sticking on this side or sticking on that side. Get in there. And yeah, pretty nice size. Yeah, you can get an 1.5-inch belt in there without too much problem. All right, let's unwrap this guy, because I think he was watching me struggle with that other blade blank that I've got, and this looks like it's designed for, you know, slabbing it out. I just don't want to lose those. Let me get this unwrapped so you don't have to watch this. All right, so here we have this pretty cool blade shape. Oh, I forgot to give you the length on this blade, didn't I? I don't think I measured that. So yeah, it's right at a 3-inch cutting edge. Maybe a little... I'm trying to get this tip on there. Get over there. Stop it. I could use my calipers, but you won't cheat. Yeah. Just a little under 3-inch cutting edge. And it's non-locking. It's a friction folder. I don't know if this would this count as one head opening? I guess it was. I think you can have one or the other, but not both in England. I don't know. I don't know your country's laws, so if you're in a different country than Texas, Texas, not a country, but it thinks it is. Texas is the size of Ukraine. Ukraine is about the size of Texas, so like I said, I'm really impressed with the way they've been able to stop, like, as much as the Soviet Union massed around them. They've been able to hold off for this long. That's pretty impressive. So, there you go. Nice little jimping up here. A little choil's already been cut out for you. And, yeah, it's got a lanyard hole. And then all you got to do is slab it. I've got some micarta in there that I could cut and shape. I'd have to cut and shape. But, yeah. And it's a unmarked blade. So this is like, you know, if you want to stealth, when you're going recon stealth in there and you don't want to be captured by the enemy. Identifying. Clean blade. Are you from Ukraine or Russia? I'm from this place right here. It's the steel. Alright. Yeah, but you get all these little, you know, the barrels. And then the threads. You know, screws. And you just even got a barrel for your lanyard hole, it looks like there. Because I don't think this is designed to be another attachment point. I think you just put two here. And then you leave this kind of naked. You can kind of see where the slabs would be. You could slant it if you want. I'd leave some of this open up here so you can use it for a ferro rod or something. And it is 90 degrees back there. They do a real good job on 90 degrees on these things, man. You can just feel it. Watch. Take a chunk of my fingernail off, see? That was just with the edge of this. Alright, so there you go. There's 3 more knives. Thank you, Toby and family, for these knives. And without you, I would have not discovered these knives anytime soon. You know, I mean, I just wouldn't have discovered them. And I love them. They're fantastic knives. I don't know what these cost, but they're usually less than $40 or so. And, man, you are getting hand swells. This one's got a little bit of transition up here. You can always smooth this down if you don't like that. But to me, that doesn't bother me. You know, as long as I can hold it right here. And right here is more important. How smooth does this feel? And even though you've got a little transition there you can feel with your finger, it doesn't create a hot spot or anything. These are excellent knives. This is my initial impression of them, but yeah, I'm going to be carving some wood with this guy. And I'm going to be carrying this little Sheath, peasant-looking kind of thing. Let's see if he will go. Yeah, he likes to go in that way. So there you go. There's 3 more knives from BPS, Ukraine, or as they say it over there, Ukraine. I got this little Ziploc bag that he sent me a bunch of these, and I thought, man, this is just going to be loose, and I'm just going to put them in here. And actually, they come, it's like a cigar wrapper or something, you know, it's open on this end. So we'll put this in here until you don't want them dropping out and falling out all over the place. So there you go. Thank you for watching. I hope everybody has a nice day. And, yeah. Until next time. Until we meet again. I almost forgot to do a stabby test with the little peasant. I think he's got a much better chance of going in, but it is pretty thick here. So we'll see. Just a real quick test here. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Pointy stabby. Yeah, you're getting about 1 inch. Like I said, I'm not coming way back and throwing a lot of force into it, but yeah, it does better than the big blade. So, you know, there. I knew I forgot something. So I forgot paper cut. Man, I'm forgetting everything. I know this is a Scandi grind, so it's gonna be wickedly sharp. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, let's check this guy. Not as sharp, it's sharp, but it's not as sharp as that Scandi grind. There's a rough edge there or two. Whereas this guy will just slide right through it. Yeah. Man, I love the Scandi.